Hello and welcome to another episode of C&EMoto. This is going to be a very quick one because if you follow us on Instagram you will have seen hopefully this post in which I mentioned that whilst doing an oil change on the Z800 I snapped off the sump plug. So today we're going to be using a universal kit to remove that plug hopefully and then installing a new titanium racing one from RaceBolts Pro.
Hello.
Hello. So here's the dripping bugger in question. As you can see there's just a bit of plug left in there but it snapped off before I even torqued it up, so yeah, as it is, it's not dripped a great deal overnight. It's, you know, more than I'd like, but at least it's fresh oil. So now let's get removing that. Right, so this is a universal bolt extractor. It's left-hand threaded, so instead of your lefty loosey righty tighty, this is your righty loosey lefty tighty, which is going to screw my brain now. But what you have to do is drill a hole. Luckily I didn't have to drill a hole because it's one of those that has the hole for the magnet, and I think magnets come out already, which we've actually already done it. It was a bit of a pain in the arse. I'm going to explain how you do it. So what you do is you have to hammer this bit inside. So if you've not got a hole, you have to drill a hole just a bit bigger than that, because as you can see it widens as it goes along. You strap that in thinking you're going to loosen it, but as it tightens up it loosens the bolt because of the left hand thread. So what you need to do is get a hammer, preferably one less greasy. Well, one was underneath, which is a pain in the arse. Preferably you want it on top or you want it from the side. Tap it in, just so it's snug. You don't want to tap it in too hard, especially if it's like an aluminium block, because what you'll do is you'll rip your threads out. You tap that in so it's snug enough. Then, for me, these ones fit, well not this one, but actually the one I used, fits a 9mm spanner. So you can either use a spanner, just have to like do it like you're loosening it, so it'll undo the bolt. Or you can use some mole grips, so you can get a nice tight snug fit and keep on doing it and do it up. We tried to do that, but because of the oil coming out, it didn't want to grip too well, so it resorted to using a drill. Problem is, my drill's quite long, it didn't fit underneath the bike, even on two stands, which is why we've had to put it at the edge of the garage, as you'll see here. So it meant I could get enough room for the drill to get up inside to start drilling it, which led to a very oily drill, which I'm going to have to clean off, but that is what was stuck inside. You can see it was hollow, which is probably why it snapped. 40,000 miles of being taken out and put back in, if that's the original sump plug, means that it just eventually snapped because someone over torqued it, and then when I tried to put it back in I didn't even reach half the torque spec and it already snapped. So that's the correct thread. This is reverse thread. You can probably see it actually threaded the opposite way. If I slowly spin it, actually if I put it down in power mode, then slowly spin it, you can see how it's doing its job. So that came out. Immediately get the new plug in because there's oil, quite a lot of oil currently out the engine. I now have to put oil back in the engine. But that is why you need a universal bolt extractor kit in case a bolt gets stuck. Now should you have a bolt that's stronger than your like carbide drill bits or whatever you're using, tungsten, something like that, I'd probably just go to a welder and get the thing welded back on. But that saved a lot of money. This was actually, a set of 5 was £4 from Screwfix. So as long as you've got patience, which if it wasn't oily, it would have been a lot quicker. Realistically, probably 10-minute job. Probably. I'll take away all the time I've been waiting on bits and that. It's nice, simple, so now I've got a nice titanium plug in there from RaceBolts UK. I'll put the link there. Very nice people, rang them up first. They will do next day delivery for £8.99, but this before 9 AM you pay an extortionate charge. My parcel turned up at 8:30 this morning, I just paid for before 1 PM. So if you're in a rush like me, because that was constantly dripping oil, £8, then that was £13 for the bolt and washer. But yeah, that's why you need a universal thing. I'll put a link in the description below for the one I had. There's also an alternative one which might be slightly stronger. But I hope this is useful to you. Please feel free to like and subscribe for future videos with more budget things, more helpful tips from people who are learning the tips as we go along. So feel free to watch the future videos. We'll be doing work on this, on Suli, which is going to have an oil change probably tomorrow, but that won't be tomorrow's video, that'll be some point in the future video. Yeah. And on Rosie when she becomes a project bike and we start doing little things on the cheap to see if it's worth paying not a lot of money compared to other things.
A lot of money.
Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to go clean my hands up. Ta-ra.